Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to show you a quick little concept that I use a lot, and it's so simple. That was all in the key of G, and I just wanted to show you this. It's like a two-string kind of idea here. So I'm using the D string and the G string. So if I'm in the key of G, so I know this G string. I know that my G string is going to be a note that I can use a lot. I can let it ring out over lots of chords. So like if I'm just thinking just immediately with my chord shapes, I know that if I'm playing like a G, that my D string and my G string open are in the chord. They're in that G chord. So I can use those two without even using your left hand. You've got your a way to pedal through your G chord. By pedal, I mean just kind of like keeping some notes going. So this is like a little back and forth, G string first and then D string second, or you could flip them, but for now we'll do that. Right? You know what? I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do the D string first because then you'll hear the notes moving around. So in this little exercise, I'm gonna keep all of my moving notes on the D string, and then the G string is gonna be the open note that we hear. And we'll move around to some chords. So like this would be like your 1 chord or your G chord, right? This could be your 6 minor, because this is part of your E minor, right? So if you're playing the D string only on the 2nd fret and then keeping that G string open, you've got this nice E minor, just 2 strings. You slide it up 2 frets to the 4th, and that's like a that could be a couple of things. It could be your D chord, and it sounds like this. You ever played a D chord like this? Right? So it's like your C chord. Now the difference is you've got a G string, your G note in the D chord. So you've got the 1, the root of the key that you're in your D chord, which usually sounds pretty cool, especially if you're in the key of G, playing like church music, worship music. That usually works. So I'll just show you again. So you got D string, E minor, D, then back to G. That is just the same note, right? You ever tune that way where you're like, you know, so like your D string here, yeah, and then up to this note, you're just doing your like your major scale, right? This could be your 2 minor or your A minor. I would play, because you're getting that 2 in there. It's the octave of the A, right? So back to your G. That's your A, and then up to your B. I love that one. Now that could fit over your G chord. So if you play a G like this, remember this chord? Or your B is in that chord shape, right? So you know, sometimes we played our G chords like this, where you just have like your it's like G and D mostly. That chord is made up of like the 1 and the 5, G and D. But if you add in that B, it's a different color, and you can get away with that up here. So what's fun about this is you can play around with lots of different ways to play. That could be your G over a G chord. So like if the song starts in G, you could start there. Right? And then if if you get to the C, you just slide up one, right? That's your C. I'm on the D string on the 10th fret, right? It's part of your bar chord. So if you're starting a song and, like, let's say the chord progression is like G, and then you switch to C, and then you go back to G, and then you go back to D. So let's play a progression. So let's say the song is like right? Well, one way you could play that up here, like for a lead guitar part, that is instantly, you know, vibey and has like some personality, is you start up here and you're like, right? Now that A is in your D chord when you play A, right there, right? So I chose to play an A there over the D chord, but you could drop all the way down to this one that we talked about earlier. So let's play that progression again. So G, C, G, D, and I'm playing. You hear that? So that'd be like your over your D chord. The other way to play is you keep climbing, right? You can just keep moving this D string thing, and that's what's great about it. You've got so many options. So you're on the G chord, up to the C chord, back to the G, and then for the D, you could slide up to here, which is just an octave, right? On our 12th fret, the D string on the 12th fret is your D. Same note. So you can play that same progression. Let's add a little delay for fun. Right? Another fun thing. Sometimes I'll just keep playing the root note over the chord change. So like maybe your chord change is that same progression we've been playing. But when I get to the C, maybe I don't want to change yet, because sometimes there's a nice tension that comes with just keeping that same note ringing. So sometimes when I get to the C chord, instead of playing the C note on top up here, maybe I just want to hang on that G. So that would kind of sound like so it'd be like I'm over this chord, right? Did you hear it? So like over that chord. So it'd sound like this. 2, 3, 4. Right? What's great about this little trick is you can get so many like variations on a chord, and you're only playing 2 notes, and it's so easy to slide around, and it gives you like kind of instant access to just a new brain space. So like maybe you're tired of playing and you just want something different, so you climb up here and you're like, right? So play around with that, see what you think. I use this all the time. This is something that 100% works because I've used it so many times. And you know, we play in the key of G a lot as guitar players. Maybe it's just one of those keys that's friendly for guitar players. And what's great about this trick is you can use it all the way up and down with capos. So if you're playing an A, just use the same trick. Right? Make sense? Okay. Quick little thought. Hopefully that's helpful. I've had to play in the key of G so much in my life. And this has just been a way for my brain to get into like a quick little melody space or a lead space that puts me in a new shape, right? And it gives you some tension. You know, you can start to dig in with those notes. It gives you all those places to go with just 2 strings. All right, see what you think. Let me know below if you if you have any questions about this or would like to see this in a different way. This is a great trick, and I think it'll help you. So I'm here to help. Hope you got something out of this. We'll see you soon.